what's going on? I have this. That is the Grandmaster, the T. Diddy.
Hey, don't you love my gray hair?
And so we're sitting around.
What you got cooking?
Having a beer. What we're about ready to do the Cinco de Mayo event that we do every year. Whoops, watch out.
Woo-hoo.
And so we're actually asking some questions, and we're going to hang out. What's up, Holly? So you guys, this is the
Holly.
This is who I'm always talking about, guys. The Grandmaster right there. Ronnie, what's going on? Denise, what's going on, guys? So we're just hanging out. Beer. There's my mom. Hey, Mom. Say hi to everybody.
Hi,
Isn't
everybody.
she beautiful?
She's ecstatic about the fact that she's been working her tail feathers off for the Cinco de Mayo event.
She's done a great job.
Weeks. My apologies.
Weeks.
My apologies. So, guys, we're hanging out here, and I want you guys to bring us some questions. What do you have for literally the guy that I've learned everything from? You guys think I'm smart? Shit, you got to get a load of this dude. All right.
Is that a technical term?
Yes, this is a technical event. And so, guys, happy Cinco de Mayo to you guys as well. We are in the backyard that I grew up in. Didn't look like this, but it's definitely a nice place to kind of hang out. Got a river going on there.
Yeah, Greg, tell them about the time you were talking about the cat coming in your garage and coming into your room.
The cat?
Yeah, remember you were crawling out at 11 o'clock with Casey?
Yeah, that's when I used to sneak out of the house, and someone caught me doing it.
I was dumb enough to believe that he was just having a good time waiting for the kitty cat to come home.
So, hey, BC, what up, Playboy? Frank, what's going on? So Brian and I, Brian's the guy that I spoke with down in San Diego.
Oh yeah, hi Brian.
And so he's like, how can we be absolutely as epic as you and your pops, Greg? Lots of hard work. No, I don't know. We're looking up to you, man. We're trying to be as good as you, brother.
You should believe Greg. He would crawl out of his room window at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
So, do we think another bubble's coming?
Okay, bubble?
Yeah, real estate bubble. Do you think another real estate bubble's coming?
It's discerning to see how much the houses have gone up in value, especially when you look at how little income levels come up. You can only be married to one other person at the same time. Pretty soon you're going to have 2 or 3 spouses to afford houses here in California.
He's not condoning polygamy, okay?
No, not at all. But when you look at Texas, in Bee Cave outside of Austin, you can buy the nicest school district, the best school district in the state, and you're $145 to $150 a square foot. That same 2x4 does not know that it's in California. It's outrageous what our young people and people have to buy a house for here in California. Now, is it going to continue to appreciate? Yes. And there'll be a point where people will have so much pain for the cost of ownership that they'll transfer themselves to another area where they'll have more benefits of being at their home than the benefits of being outside. That's a it could happen.
So Arne is asking, this is for you, Dad.
Yeah.
How do you tolerate Greg his whole life? Thank you, Arne, butthead.
Actually, let me share something with you. Greg is the most gracious, considerate, loving guy that I know. If you're ever a friend of his, you're always a friend of his. You may have good times and you may have bad times, but Greg will never leave you as a friend. So the story about never leaving your wingman, that's who Greg is. I mean, he is. Don't shake your head. That's the truth. You're a loyal friend. You're like I am. Maybe even to a fault. But the benefit is that you always wonder why people are not the same way to you, huh? Mm. I always feel that way.
Yeah.
And we always invite people over to our house, and we wonder why we never get invited to their house.
Oh, it's okay. I don't think we want to go to everyone's house.
Okay, we don't go to that. Okay.
So, thank you, Melissa. They are saying your backyard is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Sally.
No, more stories. No, Arne, you don't get more stories, okay? You do not get more stories. So, hold on. I'm going to get some of these questions here. Dad stories. Wow, the highest the highest of real estate gurus in the house. They like it. Yeah. That, Ronnie, your check is in the mail, buddy. I appreciate that. Are you guys why are you guys non-committed to a purchase? Is that what I said? Why are buyers so non-committed to a purchase? Yeah, why are buyers flighty?
When I was just starting out in 1973, a broker in an elevator, we were at a CRS or GRI class. He said, Mr. McDaniel says, have you purchased a house? I said, no, I haven't purchased a house. Then how can you possibly sell a house to somebody? Until you know the emotional pitfalls of making a decision about committing yourself to making that mortgage payment and making sure that you don't look funny in front of your friends for buying that house, it's nerve-wracking because the woulda, shoulda, couldas tend to slow you down. If you have a good agent, they'll step you through the process. It's a process of like biting into a watermelon. You bite into it, you spit out the seeds, you feel good about what you've eaten, especially if it's a Wasco, California watermelon.
He's from Wasco, guys.
I used to get paid 50 cents to unload a whole truck of watermelons. That stuff catches right in between your fingernails. It's not fun. But it's a great way to figure out how you're going to play football that year. But I've sold many of the presidents of our community their houses, and I always tell them I will never make you look stupid in front of your friends. So you make sure that they buy the very best house they can for them, and you do a lot of extra research for them. That's what you have to do for your client, because they can find anybody to show them a house. There's not too many people that can get them settled into their home so that they feel very, very comfortable 5 years from now. There's no surprises for them.
And I told you guys he can make it rain, right? All right, so Sylvia says that it seems like you want to tell a lot of stories to embarrass me. Shows baby photos. No baby photos. No.
We have those. For a price, we'll show anything.
Oh my God!
How about the time you tied up Kelly?
No.
You and Brad tied Kelly up in Madison, Wisconsin, with a tree.
Okay, guys. It was 50. It was cold winter day out. My mom was doing what she was doing, making lunch and whatever else. Snowing outside. My brother and I were playing. I don't know.
Cowboys and Indians.
Cops and robbers, Cowboys and Indians. And so my sister wanted to play with us, and we didn't want our stinking sister to play with us. So she was the hostage, and so we naturally tied her up in her, little sleeping outfit to a tree, gagged her, and then my mom rang the doorbell, rang the lunch bell. My brother and I came running in, and we were like, "Oh, lunch!" And so we jump in, and we started eating. And my mom's like, "Where's her sister?" We're like, "I don't know." Goes outside to find her precious baby girl tied up to a tree in the front, gagged, blindfolded, and bound.
Kelly is a great kid,
and my sister still likes me.
And she still likes it, and she just had her fourth little baby, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Yeah.
We're happy campers. We got a total of 6 grandkids.
And
okay,
none
Gregor?
of them are mine.
Come on, Gregor.
No.
We're counting on you.
Not a chance in hell.
Oh, yeah, it can happen. I believe in miracles.
Good morning from Australia. What's up, Australia? How are you? You're up in the house. Do you help clients find insurance?
What?
Do you help clients find insurance?
We don't do that here, but it would be a natural progression for a real estate brokerage firm to provide a cadre of services, housing concierge, helping them understand how to take care of their home, maybe 4 visits a year to talk to them about changing their filters, making sure they invest money in their house, make sure they keep it painted, all those small things. The insurance, the old days in the 70s and the 80s, we had one guy from State Farm, Tutterow, that would come by our offices and pick us all up for lunch, and we would refer business to Tutterow. And of course, Tut would take good care of them. It's not a normal practice in California. I doubt if it's a normal practice anywhere, but you would think it would be a natural progression for that agent. That and a financial planner. Honestly, most people should be thinking about when they buy their house, they should be thinking about buying their second house for their kids. So when their kids are in high school and college and want to go to school, rather than getting a student loan, they have that money available. They sell that house, they make more money than they've ever could have made on anything else. So, no, it's a good idea though. I would say in the 50s in the United States, you would have I would call it insurance and real estate would be together. But around the 70s, 1970 on, they was pretty much segregated out. You'd have the insurance companies that were run by franchises, and then us. real estate brokers.
So one of the things, guys, that I've done with when it comes to insurance is I actually went out door knocking with my insurance broker, and it was an incredible opportunity to really get out there and not just have a lender, not just talk real estate, be able to talk full service with the people that I met. My insurance broker's guy named Sean Smith. Nice dude. I've told a story about him door knocking with me, but he went out there one day. I didn't get any leads, but Sean got 3 people. He was able to help. One person save $1,200 a year, one $1,400 a year, and one like $800 a year on their insurance. And the person that was $1,400 a year was out of a job, and so we were able to really help them in a tight situation. So in insurance, I don't think helping them find it, maybe not so much, but maybe going out and bringing that as a resource to the front door might be an opportunity for you to really kind of grow.
Not only thinking about it, it is a tremendous opportunity. Anytime you can help them solve problems that they have, it makes you feel good, and it really helps them out. You're in the business of being the hero in their life. You're not taking things from people, you're giving them things. If you just constantly think about what can I give to those people to make them have a better life. And here's our other partner. Look at the shorts.
There's the cow.
And his beautiful wife over there.
There's Gina. Gina's like, great, we're on camera. This is fantastic. Okay, so we got a couple of people. Lily says, hello, Papa McDaniel. George, how are you? Jill, welcome. Boston's up in the house. Jonathan, what's going on, guys? Let's see here. We got a bunch of other questions.
By the way, I started knocking doors in 1973 in Boulder, Colorado, when snow was about this deep. I did not have enough money to buy a normal jacket. It was one of those trench coats you used to wear. I think I bought it out here in California on sale.
Oh, God. Yeah, so
my wingtips are like your shoes, except they're about this far. They were made in America. They were really good shoes.
So, yeah, we've talked a lot about... Derek, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Yes, Ronnie, come from contribution. Absolutely. One of the things is that when you first started door knocking, we were doing things, there was no Facebook, there was no social media, there was nothing like that. But you went out and you came... What was your mindset when you were putting on galoshes and door knocking in the snow? What were you bringing to the people at the door? I tell the story quite a bit. What did you have?
Hi, my name's Terry McDaniel. I'm with Bodine Realty. I just sold a house down the street, and I was wondering if you folks have thought about making a move in the near future.
Right, but what was your mindset? What were you there to cure?
One thing, I wanted to make sure that they did not get in any kind of relationship with a bad broker. So my number one job was to keep good people away from bad brokers. People that were only thinking about a commission. Forget about the commission. The commission will follow good service.
Mm-hmm. But you told me many times that you went out there with the cure for polio.
Oh, I forgot about that. I mean, honestly, the hurdle of getting out of the door, your yes has to be stronger than the world's no. So I always viewed myself as, if I was a doctor, I was going to solve the cure for polio, because I had a friend of ours, next door to ours, Connie Kicker, who had polio, and all I wanted to do was to make sure that she would be cured of polio. So when I would go to the front door, my job was to have a stronger yes than their possible no. And if I thought about selling or curing their cancer or polio, then I felt good about what I was doing. I was a giver. I was not a taker. That's the critical thing. Be a giver. Now you say, well, you keep asking them for the order. Many of the times I never got to that point. I just told them about the house down the street, and then I taught Greg this called the carousel. Mm-hmm. I would point the house across the street. What about them? What about them? What about them? What about them? And by the time I got around to them again, well, they're going through divorce. He just lost his job. She's a widow. She needs some help with a painter. By the time I got to their front door, I knew everything I needed to do so that I could help them through their process of life.
And guys, a lot of the stuff that I've talked about, working with you guys and everything else, this is the fact of always come with a point of contribution, be able to leverage every part of it, but have fun when you're out there. Mm-hmm. Having fun when you're out on the doors, when you're having fun when you're working with your clients, when you're having fun doing what you do in this business, it will translate into your client base. It will translate to the people that you're working with. They'll say that they want to be around people that are excited. They don't want to be around negative people. They don't want to be around Debbie Downers or anything like that, because that just freaking sucks.
By the way, having a good morning routine is extremely important. That means you read your affirmations, you go over your scripts, you remember who you are, you focus on the benefits that you provide your client. Most of us forget that we need to resell ourselves on the benefits that we provide. We take everything for granted. You need to be able to stand in front of a mirror and look yourself in the eye and get down deep in your soul and say, would I buy something from it? Am I earnestly, honestly providing a service? If not, get out of the business. If you are, then think about how many people you could help. So that pulls you, doesn't push you, it pulls you to help those people.
And that's one of the biggest, Brian figured that out very early on in his career, that, having fun and everything else is effortless. Effortlessness comes from enjoying life. Do you guys, your hobbies that you do, is it a pain in the ass to go do them? I bet you it's not. But why do you want to make real estate a pain in the ass? Why do you have to make it something that you don't want to do? Go out there and be able to do things that you like to do to generate leads. If you like cars, Brian, you're a big car nut. Go be around car people.
Hey, I have a friend of mine who does high net worth individuals in the stock business. Now, he also has a Citation 3 jet. So he retired, and he got bored, and you could only drink so much wine and have cigars and, plant a vineyard.
So, hey, Robert just hit us up. Robert, dude, knuckles to you, man. That is awesome. He says working on scripts. He's been, I have gained from you, Greg, and he got his first listing last night. Knuckles, knuckles, knuckles. That is some awesome stuff, dude. You deserve it.
Brian, take some flowers back to the buyer and the seller and say, I just want to thank you for having confidence and trust in me, because I'm going to do everything I can to make as much money as I can for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, see what that is? It's just that's going out and being thankful. I have a couple of the gals that I've had the opportunity of training. Their business are exploding based upon their willingness to go above and beyond for their clientele, and doing what what the Grandmaster's talking about is take it to another level. Basically, date your clientele, date your highest producers, bring them flowers, bring them chocolates, bring them candies, bring them experiences. Shit, go buy their husband and wife. Give them a two-day, one-night stay in a nice hotel in wherever you're around. Treat them like you'd want to be treated.
Yeah, that's a critical thing. So the first broker that I worked for, Jim Teets in Boulder, Colorado, he gave me several books. One of them is Psycho-Cybernetics.
I'm actually reading that right now.
That's a must-read.
It's an unbelievable book.
It's a book that I have locked up with a rubber band around it, and then the other one is How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Oh,
All you want to do is like and trust are so close. What you want to do is make sure that there's no reason not to like you. You do the very best for your people. Treat all clients like your mother or your sister or your brother or your father. Ritz-Carlton has a tremendous saying, I have it on my desk. We are ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. If you just think about that concept. By the way, if any of you have been in the business long enough, there's a guy named Tom Hopkins, who I met in the early 70s. Great guy. A door knocker. I know social media is great and all the other stuff.
We were having a debate about this, and so that's why I'm showing him. We can talk to 50 people, hold 50 people on here, and have a nice conversation.
Yeah.
But the book is called Psycho-Cybernetics.
Psycho.
Cyber.
Cyber Psychonetic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's cyber.
It's not psycho.
Cybernetics.
I know I'm right. I'm reading it. Anyways, continue.
The reality of it is a wonderful business. Every 7 years is a life cycle of an agent, okay? And you have to pace yourself to realize that you're in a marathon, not a 50-yard sprint. Make sure you take good time off. Make sure that you select good people to be around.
It's the book. See? Psycho-Cybernetics. Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Cyber-Cybernetic.
Psycho-cybernetic.
Oh my gosh.
It's right there.
Dr. Maxwell Maltz, I think.
Exactly. That's him. Okay.
That's a great guy.
So Jenny thinks you're awesome. She loves your mindset, and she's really digging where you're coming from.
I'm only this way because my wife is so nice to me and teaches me so many things.
For brownie points time.
Whoa!
Okay, so let's say there's an agent that they're just getting into the business, maybe they're just taking their test, or this is their first year. What would be the thing that they would do? Let's take away social media for a second. What would be the one thing you would say to do to jumpstart their business now?
I would spend. This is exactly what I would do. I would find a neighborhood that I like. There's activity. You may not know which neighborhood is the best. Don't worry about that today. I want you to take 50 flyers. I want you, if it's not pending yet, take a brochure out there and say, you're either going to have an open house, or I just want to drop this by and make sure that you have it for your file. And just talk to them about the house. And oh, by the way, do you know anybody else that might be thinking of moving in the near future? And just do the carousel. How about them? How about them? How about them? I want you to do that for 2 hours a day. You'll do 25 in an hour. That'd be 50 people.
Well, on our size of lots, but they're smaller, they might get better numbers.
They'll get better numbers. About 30% of the people are home. It doesn't make if it's Monday at 10 o'clock or Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Now, Sunday, you're going to have more people home. I was always busy with family and church activities, so I wasn't too excited about going out on Sunday. Saturday's a great day. Go out there and just walk right up. I want to make sure, please keep this for your file. By the way, if you're thinking about making a move, I have a list of good painters and remodeling people. If you ever need somebody, give me a call. And I'll leave my card, and then I'd leave a second card with them. In case you misplace it, here's a second card you can put in your wallet. And they'd all laugh and carry on with that. But you're going to see 30% of the people. So you're going to see somewhere between 5 and 20 people out there at the door, and write them a little thank you note when you get back. Hey, I really enjoyed meeting you. Hope to see you in the future. Bam. They don't do that anymore. But if you do send the thank you note, you separate yourself from everybody else in the marketplace. It's the small things that make a difference in the very finest athletes. It's not yards, it's inches. And when you're in our business, where every other person is a real estate broker, the ability to provide information and knowledge, which are two different things, and the ability to be caring and concerned about the well-being of your client completely separates you.
So let's break down the difference between information and knowledge. What now? First, describe information, and then tell me what knowledge is.
You have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. There are 5 other houses like that on your block. Okay, that would be the information.
Mm-hmm.
And the knowledge about it is that in this marketplace, we need 4-bedroom, 3-bath houses, and we know that the last 17 houses that sold had at least that 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and there's a good likelihood that we could sell this for the very top market price in the neighborhood.
So what he's saying to you guys is this: basically, be a student of your marketplace, be a student of the industry all at the same time. So when you're out and about and you're in the neighborhoods, know the neighborhoods, but also know the economics of the neighborhoods and what things are turning for, what the prices are there price reductions? If they are, what's the percentage in the area? What's the buyer look like coming into this area? I mean, who's that gonna look like?
Who's your most probable buyer for that property? And always question the implicit assumption. Ask the question, who would occupy this property? Who are the last 5 people that purchased a home like that? Where did they come from? How did they make contact with that agent? Are there any more people like that somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
We had a client that came over here on the scouting trip. They were scouting out the area from Burlingame, way on the other side of the hill, of the pond over there, and they were in a baby co-op. Hey!
Hello.
Hey guys, you recognize her?
Hi, everybody.
Eric, I'm Greg. Nice to meet you, my friend.
to meet you.
Whoa! Sorry, guys. Okay.
Glad to meet you too. Hey, Dor.
Sherry.
Hey, Dor.
So guys, we're gonna be wrapping this up here in a minute. We're starting to get this thing going, but I'll take you through a quick tour of the house so you guys can kind of see where I grew up a little bit here. This is the backyard. Yes. All right, and then this is the house. This is where we all gather and hang out the majority of the time, kicking it. Now, did you guys find some value in that? I know I did, and I get to hang out with that guy all the time, so I'm sure that you guys got a shit ton of value as well. I guess that is a technical term. I'm gonna run through here real quick, guys. Hi, guys. Hi, Mom. She hates me right now. All right, so you guys wanted to see some. I think you guys wanted to see some family photos. Oh, here's one. Hey. So here's me messing with my sister. Yes, that is me blowing dandelions into my sister's face. And let's see what else we have going on here. Me and my brother golfing with Grandma. Always fun. All of us guys in the raft trying to get a sunburn. Let's see what else here. There I am. That's a baby photo. Holy Christ. And then let's bring it over just to the whole wall of family albums. You know, all the different ones we've done all the time. Oh God, let's, I don't know, where's and here's the one where my sister got married. That was like 2007. That was a good year. That was a good year. We got the boat, 2002. Here, let's go. Let's say here we are. There, that's an image you guys will get burned in your mind for the rest of your lives. Jesus. I just want you guys to note the Bud Light hat that my dad is wearing. Epic. Okay, well, there it is, guys. Give me some likes, give me some shares. If you guys like this, share this out to the people that are going to be needing to get some more information about this. We're doing live videos. Share this out on your news feed. This has been valuable. This has been something the other agents should probably listen to or learn from. And if you guys really want it, put it in the comments, Grandmaster, and we will do more one-on-ones, and we'll pick his brain. But I need you guys to type in Grandmaster, and then you just type me what you guys want to learn about. Okay? All right, guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Peace out, ninjas. I'm gone. It's time for beer time.